What's going on, guys? My name's Tyler and welcome to the first ever episode of the Bocean Boys Outdoors YouTube channel. So what the plan for today is we're going to be taking our boat out. It's a 1971 Starcraft. It's an old one. It's on a trailer. We have it hooked up to the family vehicle. So we're going to get out there and we're going to have some fun today. So this is the rig we're going to be taking here. It's nothing special. It's a 1971 Starcraft Seafarer, 14 foot. Got it on this 1963 trailer that I picked up. This is a 1989 15 horsepower Evinrude motor. I've had this thing sitting around in my shop for a little bit. So you guys will get to learn the shop and you'll get to learn a little bit about me and my family and some of the other boats and projects we have around here. This thing is nothing special. We got a brand new fuel line, about 5 gallons of fuel, and this 15 horsepower is going to be ready to rip. This thing was completely gutted, except for this little stand-on platform that was up here. So I had some plywood lying around. I threw it in here, threw a couple of drywall screws into it, tacked this carpet down, and we're going to head to the river and see what we can do today. Hopefully we can have some fun and not sink. We got our drain plug-in down here. I got a spare one in the truck. This is the rig that we haul our family in. It's a 2014 Ford Expedition. So let's hit the road and I'll see you guys on the water. What's going on, guys? So here we are down at the water. This is the Peckway Public Boat Launch. The river is nice and calm today. It doesn't have no chop on it. There's nobody here. The boat parking lot is empty. The ramp looks great. There's my son, Leland. He's 2.5. My fiance, Erin, she's going to be getting the baby out. We have the 15 Evinrude. And it looks like we are ready to go. I'm going to get some stuff ready. We're going to throw some stuff in the boat. I'm going to set the camera up. We'll back her in the water and we'll hit the water. So this is my other son, Harlan. He's only 10 months old. At the end of June, he'll be 1. He's the newest and the last addition to the Bocean family here. What? At least my kids, anyway. Buddy, away from the camera.
Go back over to the car right now. Why you was running?
Alright, so we are out here on the water. We just let off the boat ramp. They don't even have the ramps in the water yet. Today is April 18th. It's Thursday. The wind's pushing us real good. If I had to guess, I'd say with the wind and the current, we're probably moving 2.5, 3 knots. But we got the 15 in. We got her primed up. I have the 7.5 with me as a spare. Leland's on the front. Aaron has Harlan. And yeah, let's get her fired up. Oh, she runs good. I did fire it up for a second when we first got here. I put the choke on, and it took me 2 pulls to get it started, and it died out after the second pull. I turned the choke off, 3rd pull, she idles perfect. Now, I had rebuilt the carburetor on this motor, but that's all that I've done to it. I mean, you know, of course, checking the lower unit fluid, but the impeller, she pees fantastic. She idles perfectly smooth. Kill switch works like it should. I got my lean adjustment fixed perfect after I rebuilt it. The baby's a little upset, so we're gonna hit the water. Let's go. All right, so here we are. We're gonna fire her up. First pull every time once she's warm. We'll get her in gear. She's shaking a little bit. She's got a little bit of smoke to her. Might lean out the mix a little bit. The baby's a little upset, but we're gonna do a run and see how it goes. Leland, hold on. She's running good. I tightened up the tiller handle so she's nice and tight, doesn't try to free spin on her own. I gotta rebuild the transom on this boat. I just got this boat yesterday. I haven't even done a leak check, nothing. I put the paperwork in my name. I got the green slip, and we're out here on the water today after work. That's about 1/4 to 1/3 throttle. And it's pushing this boat along great. This boat's rated for up to a 25 horsepower, I believe, from what I read online. I could be wrong, maybe a 20. But this, like I said, this is a 1989 Evinrude 15. Gonna make sure we vent our gas tank. Vent cap on that lid doesn't work properly. Our primer ball is staying tight. I brought a few tools and a spare motor, like I said earlier. Leland, hold on, you ready? She's running good. That was full throttle. We're gonna have to move the fiance and the baby forward some, see if we can't get it up on plane, because we got the nose in the air, but we weren't scooting across the water like we should have been. So me and Harlan are here. We're out here. This is the first trip on this new boat. this is all going to be in the same video, but we're running this motor. She is just purring like a kitten. I have the idle down as low as it'll go with the tiller handle. We're in gear, and she is just right along. Sounds like a beefed up 9.9 if you ask me. That's what these 15s were. Alright, so here we are. I got the fiance and the kids moved to the front. I got this motor back here in the gas tank with this other motor still, and me, about 190 pounds. I might see if I can move other stuff to the front, but we're gonna hit it. I'm gonna move that trim pin one more pinhole down. See if that makes a difference. I still can't get the front nose of this boat down. Transom height is still good when we're at idle. Motor's still running perfect. I'm gonna move that pin down, see if I can't trim us out a little better. Alright, so I set this trim pin down. We're gonna give her another go and see if we can't get this boat on plane a little bit better. Man, I'm telling you, this motor just runs perfect. That 7.5 runs perfect also. I'll have to get a test run video going with that for you guys. You'll love that. Both these motors just run perfect. They have perfect compression. They pump water perfect. Leland, hold on. Just won't dip down. I don't got enough weight up there. Gonna move this 7.5 motor up there next to her legs and see if we can't make a difference that way. Alright, so I got this motor trimmed all the way down as far as it'll go on the last pin. I had moved this 7.5 to the front. I got the fiance and the kids up front. Let's see if we can get her up on plane a little bit better now. Get a GPS run. I'll get back to you guys. I'm recording on my phone since this is my first video. I don't have a camera yet. So I'll do a GPS run and I'll get back to you guys with another full speed run back to the dock. Alright, so we just did a top speed run. I got up to 15 mile an hour and the water there's like no chop. It's not glass, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty clear, so I don't know if we'll get a better run than that on the river. I mean, that was running up current, and the winds The wind's pushing south with the river. This is the Susquehanna River. That over there, let me see if I can zoom in. That over there would be the Safe Harbor Dam. So, back there's the boat launch. Actually, you can't even see the boat launch. It would be down there, but right at the corner of that island. So, I'm just going to do another run around. I'm going to run around this island, get some cinematic footage, and we'll finish her out at the dock, pulling the boat out. We'll head home because it's just a test run day. First time out on this boat. We got some transom to rebuild for sure. We got some paint that needs done, some actual flooring to be put in. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. This boat has these channels that run along the outside edge there at the water line down there. I was thinking about getting some nice deck boards and running them inside of these slats all the way from front to back. It would make a nice old school sailboat feeling. But anyway, let's just hit it and enjoy what nice day we have left on the river. Alright, so here we are. This is going to be our last little rip. Going to just get a little bit more footage. Our trim knob seems to not want to stay in, so I took it out and put it in my pocket before we lose it. But we're in gear. Oh, I guess I forgot to show you guys the reverse on this motor. I didn't even check the reverse out myself. Oh, went right into reverse. Pushing us backwards. Pretty decent. Got a little bit of water splashing up, but not even into the transom, so. Let's give her some gas. Alright guys, so I was super impressed with how well this test run came out. I mean, it was just fantastic. The motor ran great. Alright guys, so I'm just super thrilled with how this test run came out. The motor ran fantastic. This good old 15 horsepower Evinrude right here. I don't know, I'm not a Mercury guy. I like my Evinrudes and my Johnsons, but down here. So after we pulled out, this is the only bit of water that we had in the back of the boat. We were in the water for about an hour, so that was great. I just remembered that I forgot to run the rest of the gas out of the motor, so I'm gonna have to put some muffs on her and run her when I get home. But yeah, she ran fantastic. You can see our water line was just underneath that aluminum plate that's on the transom. I'm gonna be replacing all of this stuff. I still gotta mount my license plate on the trailer, but yeah, I was super pleased with the way this boat ran today. It was just fantastic. I've had no problems with this Evinrude. So I traded a guy a 25 horsepower Evinrude that the shift lever was broken off, and he was real big into pulling the power heads. He was a college student. I was actually really glad to see a young guy still getting into boat motors, because it's something that people don't really do much nowadays. So I traded it for this motor. I got it out on the water the next day after I rebuilt the carburetor, and it did not want to run on 2 cylinders. Now, my mistake, I should have pulled the spark plugs and checked the plugs before I got it out on the water running, but I didn't. So I pulled the plugs when I got home, and one of the plugs was completely closed. There was no gap at all. So it had to have been just arcing from the side just a hair enough to get it to fire on 2 cylinders at idle a little bit. But I'm gonna get the rest of this stuff loaded up in the truck, and we're gonna head home.
Brakes don't work.
There you go, you did it.
They don't work that way.
I mean, let's see you have this.
Let me go after you, brother. Hold on.
Is he even on this side? No.
It's just a chain and you come back rolling. Alright guys, so we made it home, back here with the new boat on the first test run day. It was a good day. It was a really good day. We had a good test run. The kids didn't act up really too much. Me and the fiance stayed pretty happy while we were out there on the water with them. This good old Evinrude 15 here. And man, I'll tell you, she was just sitting perfect with that transom height. It ran great. Our water line did not come above here. So she ran good.